Hi guys, so this is the largely dry result of the painting I'm about to show you, and unfortunately it was gorgeous. It looked like this. When I finished painting it, but unfortunately I did not learn my lesson about drying, allowing something to dry on a slant, and it slanted towards this direction, and all of the beautiful cells that I had, was it this way or this way? I think it was this way. And this was right like around here, and it started to move this way, and then I turned it around hoping I could save it a little bit. Unfortunately, no dice, but I'm still going to show you the process. This is an open cup using Easter colors for the Pouring Your Heart Out Easter challenge in the Pouring Your Heart Out Facebook group, and I got all the colors, but unfortunately, and it was beautiful. It like shockingly celled, and just it came out so nice, and with no silicone or any kind of cell activator. It was just Floetrol paint and water. They're just really thin, and using the open cup, which gives you really nice cells. So I'll show you the process. My paints were mixed 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol, and then thin to very thin with water, thin to the point where there was no mound whatsoever. It just disappeared right back into the cup when drizzled off the stick. So yeah, I think it would have been beautiful had I not screwed it up. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the making of, and yeah, thanks.
Hey guys, so here we go. So with an open cup, you want your paints really, really thin, as I mentioned. And you're going to start by putting a base down for the paint to move into. So that's what I'm doing here, just with the white. It's Artist Loft Flow Acrylic white, mixed with Floetrol and water. And like I said, to a very, very thin consistency. There's no cell activator. It's just the result of the technique that creates the cells in this one, and then some of the effect of the Floetrol, because Floetrol does create some cells as well. So I've got my base coat down, and then just touching on my sides, and then I'm just going to pour down a small pillow in the center of the paint. I'm going to place my open cup, so that's my half of a paint bottle from like a Deco Art craft paint bottle, and I've cut it in half, so it makes kind of a half funnel, half cup. Perfect for this. So I start pouring my colors in, and then between each color, and I'm putting white, and the hope is that the first color will spread out, and then the white will spread out, and then the orange. So you'll get rings of color. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough white to do this effectively, but the white did help, at least pushing the colors further out. So you can see me lifting the cup each time. That's just to help the paint release, just because there's not a lot of pressure, because my cup is fairly small, and I didn't want to fill the cup to the point that the green and pink would, or the green and orange would mix together, because that's what causes brown. So I did this painting because I had a bunch of leftover paints from the my previous pour, which was the traveling open cup with the Easter colors. I just still had leftover paint, so I thought, why not do this as well? So I keep going, I keep adding the colors in the order of the rainbow, and then adding my white in between. You can already see some of the cells cupping up in the pink and the yellow. Do a little torch for bubbles, and then I'll start stretching it out. With this one, oh, I had a little lump of paint in there, so I think I'm about to try to pick it out. With an open cup, because of the circular nature of it, it's a good idea to spin it if you have a spinner, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to stretch it out. And I'm not overly worried, I'm just kind of wanting to play with the technique. So at this point, I'm a little bit worried because it's very pastel, and I wasn't really going for that. All my colors are very, very bright, but once the cells start popping up, the brightness comes back. So I'll add a little bit more of a corner to cover there, but I didn't want to lose all of the orange or the yellow that had traveled to the edge somehow. So I dialed it back, and then I just touched up the corners later. Oh yeah, I still had that little clump, and it was making my paint stop moving in that little spot. It actually never really cleared up, so I'm probably gonna paint over this canvas. But it was a fun experiment anyways. You can see how the thinness of the paint makes those pearl type cells appear on the edges, where a lot of the paint has thinned out. Again, that's the same thing that happened in the traveling open cup. It's something I want to play with for sure in the future. Now I'm torching for cells. So the idea being to heat the paint up and allow the paints to sort of expand and move each other around. So I'm using a culinary torch for that. It's a Sondico. You can get it on Amazon. See all the lovely cells. And when all of these cells started popping up, and they started to show up like this, I was like, this reminds me of a Jawbreaker from when I was a kid and got those giant Jawbreakers. And they were all those lovely colors, and if you cracked it open, there would just be rings of color. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. Go ahead and leave a comment if you have any questions. And I hope you'll tune in for my next video. Thanks, bye!